What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This video is going to break down why you are taxed on crypto swaps since 2018. If you do not know what a swap is when you take one cryptocurrency and exchange it for another type of cryptocurrency. That is what a swap is. People may argue that these aren't taxable, but that's not been the case since 2018. So I'm going to break this down in this video. Before 2018, you could trade Bitcoin for Ethereum and argue it was not taxable to the IRS. Then one law changed everything. Overnight, every single crypto swap became a taxable event. I'm going to break down the law that made it happen, why it happened, and why you may have gotten bad information where people will tell you it's not taxable, but it's actually outdated and bad information. But let's rewind. Section 1031 of the tax code allowed what's called a like-kind exchange. Swap one property for another, like trading one piece of land for another, and you could defer the taxes. Some crypto traders thought, well, Bitcoin for Ethereum is like-kind, right? Hell, they're both crypto. Now, the IRS never gave its blessing, but you could argue this and people took the gamble doing so. And due to the like-kind in 1031, it could be argued successfully. Now, what happened? Well, actually, under the first Trump admin, even though he says he's pro-crypto, in December 2017, Congress passed the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. Section 13303C of that law changed 1031 so it applied only to real property. Real property means dirt, houses, buildings. No more planes, no more art, no more crypto. So starting in January 1st, 2018, if you swapped one coin for another, the IRS treated it like a sale. Therefore, it's taxable. Understand that this stuff is taxable. They probably wanted more money and didn't want people to get out of taxes. Why this happened? Back to my main point. So why is crypto not real property? And why doesn't it qualify? Simple. Crypto is property, but it's not real property. Real property by a legal definition means land, improvements to land, and legal rights tied to land. Leaseholds, easements, mineral rights. Crypto, it's intangible personal property like Tesla stock or a Pokemon card. Trade Tesla for Apple, taxable. Trade Bitcoin for ETH, same thing, taxable. So it seems that, in my opinion, there was a lot of money that the IRS wasn't capturing, and they figured out kind of a way to do that. There's some painful examples we're going to go through. Say you bought $1,000 of one token, and then in 2018, you swap it for $3,000 of another. You never touch the dollars, but under the new rule, you just triggered a $2,000 gain. That's taxable income, even though you never cashed out. It's basically being taxed on unrealized gains because you technically never cashed out. This is where people get fucked. Now, there are some caveats to this, like what if it's an NFT tied to real property somewhere? We'll talk about NFT real estate. The truth with NFTs, real estate, is most of it is just pixels in the metaverse. That's intangible property, same tax treatment as crypto. Unless your county recorder's office recognizes an NFT as the actual deed to physical land, it's just marketing. So no, your metaverse condo doesn't qualify for a tax-free exchange. Now again, understand, this is why I get confused on a few things with Trump saying he's pro-crypto, especially with him rug pulling the markets, because why did this pass under his first term? And why has he just been rug pulling the markets? But why did Congress do this? Was this intentional? Yes. Congress wanted to simplify the rules and raise revenue. Real estate investors had the lobbyists to protect their like-kind exchange. Crypto didn't. It was too new, so the door slammed shut and crypto swaps got taxed with everything else. Would this happen today? Probably not, because there's so many more Bitcoiners and people with money. But when this did happen, it seemed it was almost on purpose to kind of screw people over in the future. But the bottom line is, since 2018, every crypto-to-crypto swap is a taxable event. Doesn't matter if you ever saw a dollar. If there's a gain, the IRS wants its cut. That's why you need to understand these laws, rules, and regulations before you trade. Or if you are trading, how to fix what you're doing. Or maybe you had a problem where you swapped something for a crazy gain, happened to me on Luna, and then Luna fucking rug pull, but the swap fucked me tax-wise, and I owe taxes on money I didn't have. If this woke you up, please subscribe. On this channel, I break down taxes, law, finance, and crypto the way nobody else does. Simple, straight, and real. I don't want you to get blindsided by rules you didn't even know about.